I've now done a better job laying out my flowers. I folded them nicely on top of each other. Now if you look at that center, you can see where there's really not a gaping hole. Around the edges you can see that little scrap of fabric, but like I said, that will be covered up. Now we're going to go on to our second layer of flowers. So I have 1, 2 here, 3, and 4. All right, same process, but when you put them down, let's try to not make the points match up exactly. So what I mean by that is you're going to off center, if you want to say. So see how the little loops of your flower here fall into a valley of each of the other ones, okay? You are going to get some duplicating of fabric, but I don't think that hurts. Then what I would do with my flower is, since we're looking at it kind of crookedly, I would straighten my flower out based on my last set. So I straightened it out. I'm going to take these 2 petals here, match them up with, I'm going to go with this polka dot, 2 petals of this polka dot. And I lay them over top. Now I'm going to go with my striped, and I'm going to go those 2 petals along with those 2 petals and overlap. Now I have a 4th one left, and I'm going to be overlapping those 2 petals with the 4th one, those 2 petals. Remember, when I do that, it goes like that and covers up my first one. So very carefully pull up your first one and put the last one underneath it. It's kind of like doing a cardboard box when you want to shut the lid with the 4 pieces of the top of the cardboard box. You don't want to tape it shut. You just want to have it hold shut on its own. And there you have your 3rd layer. Make it look nice. Again, use some stitches and stitch through each of those. Excuse me. Then you will be on to your 4th layer. Excuse me, I know I said 4th layer, I meant 3rd layer. So we have 2 layers laying there. Now we're down to our 3rd layer, which is those 4 little gadgets folded in half. Again, same process. When you start them, try to not overlap exactly on the petals, so you're going to start off a little bit skewed again. Straighten out your flower according to that last set, and every time you are going to double up 2 petals. So I've doubled up 2 petals there, double up 2 petals there, and then the 4th one's going to go down, but you have to pull up the 2 petals from the first one. I know this gets more and more complicated to see. Got kind of a mess, but each process is exactly the same. Again, take your needle and go through all of the layers. And once you have all of those layers done, what you can do, then there's set aside. You can kind of scoot it across. Take your button and you will have a piece of ribbon. Feed the ribbon through how you like. You can use 2 holes, you can use all 4 holes, but when you tie it off loosely, and then your thread, your ribbon that's on the back side of your button, you'll be able to use that with your needle and thread to attach this. I've also had people have good luck if they just match the thread they're using with their needle and thread, match it to their button, then you can just tie on the button like you would in sewing class with, you know, going through all of the holes. Otherwise, use the ribbon that you got through the back side to kind of hide your stitches that you use to pull your button down. All right, at this point your flower is basically done. You can go to the back side, decide what you want to do with this extra piece. You could fold it back if you want and put a barrette on there. You could put a pin. If you're going to put a pin in your flower, my suggestion would be to do it more towards the top third of the flower instead of right in the center, because I think if you do it right in the center, that top section is just going to fold over. Right now your flower looks pretty neat and not, you know, so shoddy, but I think I don't know if I'd run it through the wash machine, but I think I would wetten it, get it roughly, mess with it, make it dry so it's not smooth, and that will be the beauty of it. And enjoy wearing it. Again, this is Sandy with stampinsandyh.com. Hope to hear from you soon.